All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. We are going to be going over new construction and excited. It's such a great group of listings. New construction. It's a great niche to go after. All right. Absolutely phenomenal. We've had clients using Listings to Leads to successfully market new listings, market new construction listings, market new construction developments, build relationships with the builders and developers in their local area. So there's so much great things that you can do here. I did put the link to the Listings to Leads website here. I like to make sure that these are working webinars as much as possible. I know a lot of us get on webinars and we just sit there and listen to a lot of great stuff getting blown at us. And you get off the webinar and you're sitting there going, what the heck is going on? What am I supposed to do next? I like you to log in. All right. I would love for you to log in and do some of the stuff with me. Make sure you ask questions as we go through this, because we got some really cool things that I don't think anybody else has that you can do to better market new construction. With that, go ahead and let me know where you're coming in from. And let me know, have you ever marketed, new construction before? Do you want to market new construction? I assume you do. That's why you're here. So go ahead and let me know what's going on here. Charles in the DFW. This is live. Christine, of course this is live. What are you talking about? Little Miss Christine flying through the air in Queens, New York. I saw your video today. That was very cute. I love it. Good stuff with that. Steve Dahlia. Yep. Awesome. Yes and yes. Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of people in North Carolina. A lot of clients down there. So I need to get myself over there at some point. San Antonio, phenomenal. Baltimore, Maryland. Jackie, great to see you. Thank you, Rod. Yes, this will be recorded. It will be on our YouTube channel. It'll be on our blog, listingstoleads.com/blog. We actually have a category for webinars. So there's actually a webinar category at our blog. You'll be able to see it. So with that, let's go. Good deal. Tamika, awesome. Miss Givens, thank you. Southwest Florida with Daryl. Nice. Southwest Florida, a lot of clients down there for sure. So let's get yourselves over, if you would like to, get yourself over to listingstoleads.com. And before we hop into that, I did put also this link if you're watching the recording. It is listingstoleads.com/new construction. That will take you to the page I'm looking at right now. And just a couple of things before we get started. We've got landing pages. So you can see here, this is default in everybody's account. They're all fully customizable. You can put video, you can change the lead form, have countdown counters like this, which is really great for new construction, because a lot of times new construction will have incentives or different things like that that have a time on them. And so if the ending date is like March 31st, we can use a countdown counter to get people to take action more. All right. Really cool stuff right there. Here's another landing page. All right. $9,000 in incentives at Park Condos. So these are where I'm marketing developments. But again, like I said, we're going to be talking about marketing specific new construction units as well. Samora, awesome, down there in Cape Coral, and Ed in Central Maryland, phenomenal. A lot of Dallas people today. That's awesome. Oh man, I know, man. I shouldn't talk too much about it, but I'm in a part of California where the weather is pretty much the same all year long. We go from about 50 to 100, right? 50 in the winter, in the 90s, maybe low 100 in the summer, super dry. But yeah, we don't get any. If I go hour east, I'm in Tahoe. So if I go up the hill, I'm in Tahoe, and there it's nuts. Yeah, Valencia, you know what I'm talking about, right? Valencia down there in Sacramento, a little bit west of me. All right, another landing page right here. So just to give you a little flavor of what some of these landing pages can look like, you got a video here. And as I scroll down, so, the first step of new construction is obviously identifying the new construction. All right. So whether it could be a flipper with a new construction property, and you can ask for permission to market it. It could be a development. All right. So it could be like a national or regional developer with 40 homes or 120 homes. Where I live, there's a lot of these kind of like smaller, anywhere from 10 to 40 or 50 properties in a new development area. And a lot of these people, they need help with this. So the first thing to do, obviously, is identify the new construction and gather information. So you want to almost be like, think of yourself as almost like a reporter. Think of yourself as a researcher. All right. So we want to make sure that we are bringing value to this equation, both value for the builder, the developer, the new construction person, and to our clients, the buyers. All right. So we want to make sure that we've got great information about the new construction. I would try to discern or ascertain if it is a quality new construction, because I don't want any of you, when you get a sale as with a buyer, we don't get enough sales. We don't, for most of us, we don't have enough buyers to waste a transaction on a buyer that in 5 years is not going to be happy. That you put them in garbage new construction that's falling apart, that they won't even break even in 5 years. Okay. We want to make sure that when we are working with new construction, as much as possible, if not always, we want to make sure that we are putting them in a good situation. So, in your research, as you're identifying, as you're gathering information, talk to other agents. All right, do research, make sure that the new construction that we're going to be marketing is good, because in 5, 6 years from now, we want referrals and we want to get that listing. All right, we want them to be happy. Just a little my 2 cents there on new construction, right? You are the professional. They are looking to you for help. So we want to make sure that we put them in quality, not just garbage. Does that make sense for you? All get what I mean, correct? There's a lot of garbage out there for new construction. And you put a buyer and you think they're going to be happy with you, or are they going to be like really mad at you in a couple of years, if not sooner? And forget about getting referrals from someone like that. Yep. All right. Awesome. All right. Then step three, you'll notice up here, right? Also, pro tip: blog post, custom pages at your website, social media postings, right? As you're gathering information, start creating content out of it. All right. So don't just gather information for gathering information's sakes. You don't have to do like a 5 to 10 minute YouTube video if you're not into that, if you're not into at that level with video, but you could do a blog post. What I would recommend you do is you write up the, like a little bit of it, a little bit about it, throw it into Gemini, throw it into ChatGPT, and ask them to help you rewrite this, maybe 500 to 1,000 words, and optimize for audience engagement, SEO, and AI search. And it will write you the whole post. And then you can take that, and then you've got that as a resource. So as you're talking to people about new construction, you got more information that you can share with them that is not necessarily available in other places. So, again, as you're gathering information, right, get some notes, throw it into AI, and the prompt would be something like, you're a real estate marketing strategist and a SEO and AEO expert. Please give me 500 words on this, right? And you drop in your notes, boom, it'll pump out, and you could say, give me a social media post, give me an email, give me a short form video script. There's a lot of great ways that you can take this information you're gathering and then leverage it into a lot of other great content. Okay. Step three, we want to market, whether it is a specific unit. So 3A talks about marketing as a specific, it could be a condo, it could be a single family home. All right. So we're going to market it as a specific property. All right. And then the second option is marketing the entire community. So we can market the entire community. I like the idea of marketing specific units. All right. Specific homes, specific condos, specific townhomes, whatever it is, that's new construction. I like the idea of marketing it as specific developments, or I'm sorry, specific units. I would start there, and then I would move into marketing the development, as you saw with those landing pages. And you'll see those landing pages again right here, right? So this is where I'm marketing the new development, and more links again that you can take a look at a little bit later. And then step 4, we got 4 and 5. Step 4 is developing a relationship with the builders. All right. So developing a relationship as we are marketing specific units, as we are marketing the development, hopefully we start bringing buyers to them. And as we start bringing buyers to them, money talks. All right. You can talk all you want, but once you start bringing in buyers, that's when they're going to start paying attention to you. And then, I've had clients do this, and it's awesome, is they share with the builder the marketing platform they've got in Listings to Leads. Builders absolutely go nuts over it. They absolutely love it, but they don't want to be doing it. All right. So many times, new construction photography is awful. The videos aren't that great. All right. There's just so much bad marketing out of new construction. So, as a realtor, all right, with expertise in marketing, you can bring a lot of value to them. Not only are you bringing buyers to them, but as you develop a relationship, as they start to trust you, you got a lot of value that you can bring about great photography. Maybe do drone videos, maybe do a walkthrough videos, right? There's a lot of great marketing that builders really lack. And some of these marketing companies they hire are atrocious. They really are. They're not that great. Most of these marketing companies that I see builders hire, they're entry level slop for the most part. And then step 5, now we're not going to get to step 5 in a week or two. All right. Step 5 happens over time. Again, as we get experience, as we get expertise, as we build relationships, as we bring buyers to their new development. And especially with the local regional builders that are doing constant projects, right? This could be a builder that does single family spec homes. This could be a company that does 10, 20, 30 unit developments. All right. And everything in between. Would it work to provide a list of new construction homes? Elizabeth, yeah, that could be part of the call to action, right? That could be part of the call to action when, for example, we run an ad. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But obviously, you're going to have to go through these steps, step 1 and 2 in particular. All right. Identify, gather information. All right. And then step 3 was marketing it. So that would fall under the step 3 of marketing either a new construction development and community. And that could be singular or plural, right? I could say, we could talk about just new construction in Folsom, or we could, which would be all new construction. We could talk about a particular development, and we could also talk about a specific property. Okay. So with that, let's go ahead and log into Listings to Leads. And so I'm going to talk about first where we are going to market a specific unit. Likely it's not your listing, but if it is, phenomenal. Either way, if it is your listing and it comes in from the data feed, perfect. If it's not your listing, but you get permission to be able to market it, you might have to go add listing and either grab if it's in the MLS. And if it's not in the MLS, you will need to add it manually. And even though that might take a little bit longer than normal, like 5 minutes to add that listing, if it's not in the MLS, that's actually better, because then that means they're not seeing it on Zillow. They're not seeing it in a lot of places. On the one hand, while it's phenomenal if it can come in from a data feed or if it can come in from the grab because it's available via the MLS, if it's not, and you've got to add it manually and it takes you a little bit longer, the upside to that is probably not a lot of people have seen that particular unit. So it's a little bit of there's pros and cons of both ways. Notice here in the headline, you can type in, yikes, new construction. I could also put the status banner as new construction. And then you're just going to add it as normal. All right. Save and add photos. On the next page, you'll add the photos. If they've got videos or any 3D tours, you can add those as well. So we can make sure that we got a beautiful presentation a lot of times these developments will have videos. So let me show you. I've got, so this listing right here tagged as new construction, 5530 Douglas Boulevard in Folsom. I'm gonna click on market listing, and then I'm gonna go to actually edit. And for example, if videos and 3D tour, if whether you're marketing a development or even a specific unit, in this case, a specific unit, if they've got videos for either the unit, and when I say unit, single family home, condo, townhome, whatever. So I'm just saying a unit, right? For all of that. But they may have a video or 3D tour for the unit. They may have a video or 3D tour about the development, and that would be great to add with the marketing. And so you can do that right here. I can add a YouTube video, Vimeo. I can upload a file and got embed code if I need it. And are we clear or am I fuzzy? I apologize. You know what? Let me turn my Wi-Fi off. I apologize. Let me know if that's better. Yeah, Nicole, thank you for mentioning that. Is my screen fuzzy or is my screen pretty clear for most people? Let me know real quick here. I try to make sure. Judith, there's actually a little bit of there's a workaround to that, what you would do. So for example, let me show you something here. So some people say, oh man, Christine, I'm sorry. Oh, so annoying. Somebody says clear. You know what? Hold on a second. I apologize. I need to do better than, let me just see. I'm checking my internet connection real quickly on my other monitor. Let me just see real quickly. Oh, I should be really good. Man, my upload and my download's really good, actually. Oh, wow. That's really good. I don't know why it would be fuzzy. Man, I'm sorry. Johnny says totally clear. Rod says a little fuzzy. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Good now. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm bouncing around a little bit too much. But so I've already lost whoever it was that asked. So here's a video. Okay. So I got a video. I've got a professional photos. I've got a 3D tour. And then I've got an area video. So that could be the video about the development. That could be a video about the area. So in this case, video about the town, Folsom. So yeah, there's a lot of great things that you can do there. When you got both video and a 3D tour, right? So I got videos. And then for the 3D tour sections, add section. And I just do 3D tour. And I drop the embed code in here and then add section. Support can always help you out with it as well. You could always just email support the embed code for your 3D tour. If you only have the URL, there's actually a great and easy way to do that as well, which I can share with you. So if you need help with it, let our support team know or let me know, okay? In fact, you know what? I'll give you the code. Oh, what am I doing there? So here's the code. And I know people are like, don't give me code. Who the hell wants code? And so if you got a Matterport tour, you just swap out the URL and then you put your Matterport URL right there and then it will insert. But like I said, our support team can do it for you. I don't want you becoming like some crazy person spending 3 hours doing this and not getting anything else done. So just send it to our support if you need to. All right. So I'm gonna go through first, and we're gonna market a specific unit. So this could be new construction single family home, new construction condo. We've got it in listings to leads. And so right here you see it says just listed in Folsom. My banner says new construction, and then it says builder incentives and closing cost credits in the image. I'm gonna click edit ad, and I'm just gonna put new construction in Folsom. All right. It's going to autofill location like normal. We got a lifetime budget of 35, right? You want to do minimum $10 a day. So I'll say 70. Now, on my image here, it says something that yours probably doesn't. So check this out. I'm going to click change template. And yes, we are recording this. It will be available after the call is over with. So I clicked, let me show you it again. I clicked change template. And then there's a little edit. First of all, below the template, I got all these different templates. So we got 21 different template styles. I like the default one, which is with the property on the top right there. So the main image on the property and 3 little thumbnails. But then here I can click edit, and then I can edit the text that is in that banner. So it may have said just listed and then text for more information. For new construction, especially if there's going to be builder incentives of some sort, I like to change the headline in the image to say new construction in Folsom or whatever's appropriate. And then for the sub headline, I put builder incentives and closing cost credits as appropriate for that unit or that development. And then I changed your branding may be blue. That's going to fade into Facebook a little bit. So I don't care what my brand color is. I really want to pop. So I like that red for that beautiful contrast on Facebook. And it's a super clean image. Change the call. Oh, Nicole. Awesome. Chris, dude, thank you so much. Chris, I apologize. Regardless, thank you so much, Chris, for mentioning that. Nicole, I'm glad that you got that fixed. Perfect. Thank you again. So for anybody here that had fuzzy issues, Chris just mentioned, for those of you who say the text on the side is fuzzy, change the quality settings. If it's auto, the text will be blurry. That is awesome. I appreciate that. So customize the text a little bit, customize the image a little bit. This next part is so critical. So please pay attention. There's 3 clicks I'm going to do. It's super easy. And this is true for every single ad you're going to do with Listings to Leads. When you run a Facebook lead ad, normally you're going to get name, email, and phone number. All right. We all know that. Name, email, phone number with the ads. We have the ability. We've got 25 other questions you can add, and you can select 3 more. You can do as many as you want, but I would not do more than 3. So that when they click the ad, you're going to get more, you have more questions to ask the lead. And this is going to help you with this will 2 to 3x your follow-up all day long. So check this out right here. Go to advanced options. All right. So it's 1, 2, 3, advanced options, create new form. And then we want to customize these questions on the form questions. So we're just going to open this up, and you're going to see here, name, email, and phone number. Okay. Name, email, and phone number. And yeah, for something like that, definitely go with our support team. Definitely. And they can help you out with that. So check this out. What is your time frame to buy? That's also turned on by default. Would you like my free ultimate guide to buying a home? That's turned on by default, but I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to keep scrolling down. Now for new construction, where is, I know, do you have a home to sell is turned on. I'm going to leave that one on. And I can't believe where is, oh, all right. Why am I missing it? There's a question in here about new construction. Oh my God, right there. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it took me so long to find that. Would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? So if you are doing new construction, you want that question 100%. Okay. Because that way, when they click the ad, there's 3 questions that they're going to answer. And the 3 I've got are going to be, what's your time frame to buy? All right, what's your time frame to buy? Secondly, would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials, which for new construction, I think that is awesome. And then do you have a home to sell? Now, there's like, depending on what you want to do, asking, for example, see if you qualify for zero down. Would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? But then now I've got four and I'll need to turn one off. Maybe I turn off, do you have a home to sell? And I just find that out in my follow up, right? Because offering a list of price reduced homes for sale in the ad, offering builder incentives and specials as a offer in the ad as they're clicking through and they're going to say yes to that gives me way more value in my follow-up, because on my follow-up, right, when Steve says, when I'll tell you what, I'll click create new form. In fact, you know what else I can do? I can also drag and rearrange the order. And now check this out. When people click my ad, the first thing is, what's your time frame to buy? And then the second one says, would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? And the third question is, would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? All right. Does everybody get how critical this is and how important and how valuable and how it's really going to help your follow up? Let me know if you get this or not. A, if you get how to access this, and B, if you understand the power of that. All right. Charles says yes. All right. Lynn, don't worry. We are recording this. It will be available. Hopefully it'll be perfectly clear for everybody afterwards. B, Christine Pollard says B. Hopefully that means yes. And then just hit create new form and close advanced options and create ad. That's it. So, all right, market listing. I adjusted the text just to say new construction in the text if it wasn't there already. In the image template, right, I clicked change template and then I edited the text in the image template because I want all my language to flow congruently, right? I want to reiterate multiple times new construction, available incentives, whatever it's going to be, A and B. I love it. Awesome. Rod says 7. Okay, good. 7. I love it. Let's take a look at a previous ad that I did a little bit ago. And you can do video. I'll show you that video ad. It's just like a filler video, but yeah, you can throw a video in here. My wife is a mortgage broker. She does a lot of video and she does great. So here's a previous ad I did earlier. Brand new construction in Folsom, right? You see how that red pops on Facebook? That's why I like red on my ads, right? You have all this blue and green, blue, green over here and gray. And so as they're scrolling through, whether it's on their phone or on the laptop, and they hit that red, it really pops. They click the ad, and now check this out. So I had, see if you qualify for zero down. Yes, let me know. Would you like me to send you current builder incentives? Yes or no? I'm going to say, yeah, of course. If I'm clicking an ad, here's the deal. If I'm clicking an ad for new construction, and one of the questions there says, would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? 80% are going to say yes to that. And that's going to help us in our follow-up, because now in our follow-up, Rod's going to click my ad. And in my follow-up with Rod, I'm going to say, Rod, thank you so much for requesting the builder incentives and specials for new construction in the area. And I just want to make sure to follow up with you. Which part of the city or what kind of new developments are you looking at? Are condos, single family homes? We just want to get a little bit of information so I can send you the best list possible to meet your needs. And then Rod, of course, is going to go, I could either do all this research myself, or I could just have Scott send me what he's got. Does that make sense? Same with the $0 down payment assistance, if you ask that. So whatever the questions are, and do you have a home to sell? Boom. Hit continue, name, email, phone number, just like normal. And they will go to the single property website for the listing automatically. You're going to get the lead. You've got those 3 questions. And so your follow-up is going to be just beautiful. All right. Now, there's a lot of other things here, right? You got the social media post. That's fine, right? I can do that. This is likely not going to be a seller involved here. So we're not going to worry about the seller, not going to worry about the nearby homeowner letter. I might, I would send this to my database, right? I would send that out to my database and I can edit this before I send it. For example, again, I will edit and I'll say, I might just change that top and I say brand new construction with builder incentives in Folsom. All right. And the beautiful e-flyer that's going to link to the single property website automatically. So when I send this out through listings to leads or I send it through my own CRM, that's going to be linked to the property website automatically. So they're going to land here where they can get all the information. So that's going to be awesome. You got the database call script. If you want to call through your database a little bit, but all of these other things for new construction may or may not be relevant. Hey, if you can do an open house for new construction, that might not be a bad idea either. The only problem about doing an open house at new construction is there's not a lot of neighbors, maybe, right? So if it's a new construction development where there's no neighbors and or the neighbors that are there probably just bought, so you don't have a lot of opportunity to get listings out of the area. Now, if it's new construction, like a new construction home that is in a neighborhood, then that's different. But I'm talking about like a new construction community holding an open house. You're not going to get a lot of listings from it necessarily. Does that make sense? All right, let's go to a landing page. All right. Before we do that, real quickly, just because it's so easy, PDF guides. We've got the new construction PDF guide, and this would be great for your follow up. So if you got Lofty, Follow Up Boss, you can take some of these tools, drop it as a campaign. We've got we got email follow up as well. So, this is already part of our follow up. But if you go to PDF guides, and if I type in new construction, right, we got the new construction PDF guide and marketing tools. So I could do an ad for the PDF guide, attention home buyers. So I might go attention Folsom home buyers. And I could even get my free guide, pros and cons of buying new construction homes. New construction homes offer many benefits and incentives. Get the guide now. And this could be, you could run this as a Facebook ad. People click it, they download the PDF guide, you generate a lead. I like running it for specific units better than the guide. I like the guide more for social media posting because that's free. Doing a short form video with the script, again, because it's free. Doing an e-flyer as part of my buyer lead follow up, right? Because if I'm generating buyer leads, sending this e-flyer, you could take this e-flyer, you could copy the code, drop that into Lofty, drop it into Follow Up Boss as part of your follow up. We got print flyers, right? I'm not sure if you're going to do an open house at a new construction property, taking that and putting it into an acrylic flyer holder would be a great idea. And because that way you're just providing more value at that new construction open house. So if you're doing that, postcards and door hangers, not a lot of use cases for new construction postcard, I don't think. If you want to talk about it, ask questions, let me know later. QR code for pointing to the landing page if you need that for whatever reason. But for the PDF guide for new construction, again, I like it mostly for sending an email as part of my follow-up or just sending an email to my database, right? Because it's a great guide. It's a really good guide. And if anybody downloads the guide, then just like with any of these emails for the PDF guides, right? Anyone that downloads it, you're going to be notified that they downloaded it. And then you can just call them up and say, hey, Daryl, Scott here. And I saw that you downloaded my guide on new construction homes. I just wanted to find out if there's anything I can help you with. There's a lot of great new construction in the areas. There's some really bad quality ones and some really good quality ones with great buyer incentives. So just want to call in and check with you to see if there's any value that I can help you with or anything I can help you with. All right. So I would grab that e-flyer. You can send it through Listings to Leads to all of your leads. And again, I can either just copy the email and drop it into Follow Up Boss or Bold Trail or Lofty, and or take the copy code. So if you need help with that, again, you could ask our support, get to the mastermind group, right? Every one of you has a different CRM. And also your CRM support could actually help you if you need, hey, I got this email, I'm trying to drop it into a campaign or a follow-up, or I want to send this email through Follow Up Boss. Their support could help you as well. But it's so easy. It's really easy. The guide itself is available both in English and Spanish. And let me show you something here. Let me show you. It's a little bit of a not apples to apples completely, but it's close enough. You'll get I'm going to show you another great idea here for that landing page. Instagram stories, right? Oh, wait, where is? All right. So imagine you do an Instagram story. It could be a video, it could be an image as an Instagram story. You can include links. So if you're going to market new construction, I'll also do an Instagram story where you include a link to the new construction landing page and also to the new construction single property website. So I would do a story every single day, and you can even follow our open house campaign. All right. So if you see here a 5-day Instagram, that's for really any listing. And I'll drop this into the chat and you can grab it. But for example, let's say I got a new construction I'm marketing. Monday, do the front of the house, right? A little video, an image of the front of the house. And I give you a poll question and I give you the link and where to find the link in Listings to Leads. So on Monday, the poll is, could you see yourself living here? And then here are the poll responses. And the link is to the property website. And I show you a screenshot where to find that in Listings to Leads. Day number 2, right? Again, this could be your listing. This could be the new construction. Show a picture or a little video clip of the kitchen. And the poll question is going to be, is this kitchen your vibe? Here are your poll responses. And then we got a link to 6 things to check before buying a home. Or you could, the landing page, or you could swap it out and use the landing page, right? So when I'm in the PDF guide section here, the landing page is just right here, view landing page. And I can drop that into Instagram in my stories. So when people click it, just like we saw right here, right? 6 things to check before buying a home. That could be download my new construction pros and cons guide. People tap it on Instagram. They tap it on Instagram, view link. This opens up on their phone and they can download your guide right from your Instagram story. If we do an ad for new construction and do a video ad, how many pics of the new build do you suggest? If you do a video, it needs to be a video. You can't use an image in a video. So then what I would do if it's video, just take your phone and you can either do vertical or you can do landscape, and either way will work. Maybe you go out and it doesn't have to be, again, this doesn't have to be professional. This could be a 15-second where you're at the new development and maybe you're walking into the property, right? And you just go to the kitchen and kind of swing around, and that's the ad. The ad should be, if you're doing video in an ad, it should be a teaser. It should not be a walkthrough. So we don't want a 2-minute video in the ad. We want it to be like it could be 5 seconds. Because again, we want it to tease them to click to get more. Okay. How do you show the LDL report guide on the ad? In the ad, you wouldn't. So don't worry about this in the ad. I'm talking about using it in Instagram stories. So when you're uploading to Instagram stories, I'll show you here. There's going to be so if I go Instagram stories and let's see if I can find a picture of a house on my phone and kids. Oh, actually, you know what? Here, hold on. I got a screenshot. I will send this to the computer. And actually, I got a post. Hold on a second. I got a post in the mastermind group. Let me see if I can just find it really quickly about Instagram stories. So if I type in Instagram story, might be stories. Let's see if I spelled that right. Yeah. So when you upload to Instagram stories, tap on the stickers icon. I think it's going to be on the top or the right. I can't remember. Between TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, when I'm looking at it, I see it right away. But you upload the image or the video to Instagram stories, and then there is link right here. See that kind of like lower left, it says link. And then right here in the middle, right above link, it says poll. So what I do is I click on link, I copy the link. So I don't type out the link, I just copy it into the space. And then the link and then the customized link text. And I download new construction pros and cons guide, right? Something like that. Here, this one says, view the 2026 100-point home marketing plan to get your home sold. And I got a little poll, send me my custom plan for my home. Yes, not right now. I want to buy. And it links to that link. In this case, was linking to my listing presentation flip book, right? Yeah, Instagram stories are phenomenal. Now, if you wanted to run an ad for the PDF guide, you could. I mean, you totally can. I just like the idea of running an ad for a specific unit, whether it's a single family home, a townhome, or a condo. All right. Pat, does that answer your question there? Lynn, are you good? Daryl says, I love sending out the PDFs to my database. Yeah, 100%. Right, Daryl? They're easy. They're good. We got like 80 of them. And I'm telling you what, sometimes the most nichey ones are the best. So for example, Daryl, I don't know if you've ever sent out the one for probate, but I had a client, she got 2 listings. She sent out the PDF for the probate, got 2 listings, which I thought was awesome. Why? Because it's so nichey and a lot of people stay away from it because they don't know probate. They don't know anything, how to talk or deal with it. What I recommend for everybody is go through the guide, maybe upload the guide into ChatGPT or Gemini and just say, can you give me some bullet points on how to talk to my clients about probate based on this PDF guide and information in general, right? So that get a little bit of conversation going, get a little bit familiar with some of the terms, and partner with another agent if you need to. But probate can be a great niche as well. But we're not talking about probate. We're talking about new construction. All right, so let's go to landing pages because we got 14 minutes left. And in Listings to Leads, when you first sign up for an account, there are some landing pages that are default. And one of them is new construction, top row to the far right, whatever, that second from the left, or Jesus, second from the right. Yikes, I'll get there. If I click edit, all right, and let me click view just so we can look at, so this is what it looks like. I got this countdown counter. I got this video in the background. I'm marketing new construction homes at El Dorado. And it says, learn about new homes, schedule tours, get the inside. All right. And I got the lead form right there. So when you land on the editor, Daryl says, people love, yep, I'm an old bird, so probate is real. Daryl, I get you. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, thanks again. Thank you for the comment there because that helps out a lot of people who may not have ever thought about sending those guides. And again, just copy the email, drop it into Follow Up Boss, drop it into Lofty, Bold Trail, send it through Listings to Leads, but get those guides out. We've got 80 of them. You could send one buyer guide and one seller guide a week, and just that gives you 40 weeks. What is 40 weeks? That's 9 months, 10 months. That's essentially 10 months. You could just rotate that all year long. But anyways, in fact, you know what? I'll show you something so sweet about the PDF guides. I did something new for AEO and SEO, which I'll show at the end of this call if anybody wants. But regardless, let's get back to the landing page. So I can change the background. So I got an image, right? I can do a video. I can upload video, upload images. We got a lot of stock images, stock videos that you can select from. You could do a custom video. The social media share image. All right. So again, completely editable, different templates. I can edit the image. I can even upload a completely custom image. So if I want to go to Canva, whatever, and upload a different image, I can do that. You can download the Facebook or Instagram versions, whatever. Change the styles and color on the landing page. So if I want to change the color, so I got all that. I've got custom page content. So that is this right here, this countdown counter. So I got different options. I could put a video. So maybe now I wouldn't do video and video. That would be a little bit like nuts. So if I go, for example, image, and for example, for all of you that know Kelly Wheeler, he's really strong on using our platform with videos. So this could be a video about you talking about this new construction development. What I love about video, I don't care if you're 90, 20, this, that, the other, the more you are on video, and again, it can be short, it could be 15 seconds. It could be, for example, the video, somebody lands on the landing page and it's Lynn and she's in Houston, doesn't matter, Lynn, I'm just making this up here. And it could just be, if you're looking for a new construction home in the greater Houston area, go ahead and fill out the form to the right to get my exclusive list of builder incentives and specials for the Houston home buyer. That could be it right there. You could be at the new construction development, record it. All right. Be real. Just don't say an awe. And if you need to edit out whatever, you can do that real quickly. And you could use that video in the landing page. All right. I also love for custom page content. I really love the countdown counter because again, a lot of times new construction will have incentives, special offers that have an ending date. And so if I select countdown counter, I can put here in the headline what it is. So in this case, it's 3.99 special financing. If signed by, they can change that to March 31st. I'll just leave it at March 30th, right? I can either just click preview or edit, and you'll see that will change right here. Yeah, I know, Judith. That's why I'm showing you how to change all that. So you got background, social share image, styles and color, right? That's what I'm showing you here. Oh, I forgot to show you for the date, end date and time. So when do these special offers end? Well, they end March 30th. Click preview. And now you can create as many custom landing pages as you want, but you do get a default new construction out of the gate. And the really cool thing about this is it has a great URL. So check out mine, folsom.brandnewhomesnow.com. So everyone gets a custom domain like that. You can edit the domain under advanced options. So if I go here, autoresponder. So I got my autoresponder. I can change the domain because sometimes it may say S Pierce or something weird, and I can click edit, and then I can edit that. I can add pixel tracking chat codes, and then there's some preferences for tags and different things. Can you? Yeah. What? Yeah, Pat. Not from within listings to leads, but yeah, just like I showed you with the open house stuff, this could all be new construction, right? So here, let me drop this into the chat for you. And because that link I just put in there is going to give you a 5-day campaign for Instagram stories. It could be TikTok, it could be whatever you want. The cool thing about stories is it's hard to do 2 to 3 reels a day, but you could do 2 to 3 stories a day, no problem. And a story can just be an image. A story doesn't have to be this whole drawn out thing. A story can just be a straight up image or like a really quick little video clip like you saw earlier when I was showing you a bit ago, right? We saw on Instagram where it's like a little clip of the front of the property or 6 seconds of walking through the living room or the kitchen area, or it could be a 6-second clip of walking by a common area like the pool, the weight room, right? And I tell you, sometimes those clips will get you more views and more engagement than your 7-hour setup, perfect video where, this and that, right? Where you get like 45 views. And then that little 5-second clip of walking through the workout area, right? And you got like a poll and maybe a link to either the property website for the unit, a link to the landing page for the development. Makes sense. That can do way better because people like short, right? Sometimes we like to overcomplicate these things when people just the cool thing about, for example, that little walkthrough of the workout area, all of those people that are into working out and they want to see the gym, they don't want to suffer through your 2-minute video walkthrough. They got to watch you go through the kitchen. They got to watch you go through the backyard. No, they just wanted to see what does a workout area look like. And that's where stories can really pop. Does that make sense? Yeah. Let me know if that makes sense or not. So when you're talking about new construction, especially maybe it's a building or it's where they got a community area where there's like a pool, a workout area, maybe a conference room, meeting area. Don't sit there and try to do this 5-minute video that takes you 3 weeks to get done. Just do 5-second clip, 5-second clip, 5-second clip. Now I've got so much great content to throw up on TikTok stories, Instagram stories. All right. All right, Christine, I love it. Awesome. Cool. All right. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through creating a brand new landing page. And I'm going to do this in 3 or 4 minutes. So we will, and then if you got any questions for me, please let me know. Story capture attention. Yeah, story. Exactly right. Yep. And so I don't need, again, reels. I got a minute long reel and I got no time for a minute long reel, right? I'm too busy doom scrolling. And all of a sudden I see a cool workout area or a cool pool and the pool could be at night. It could be in the afternoon. So I can do multiple views of that pool to still get people's attention. Yeah, and Charles, not even 15 seconds. I would say for those stories, it could be 5 to 10 seconds, no problem. All right, create landing page. Create landing page, add new, custom buyer, custom free report buyer. All right. Now we have tons expired, iBuyer, FISBO, but I'm going to go custom landing page buyer. And I'm going to say the Oaks in Oak, no, which sounds odd, but whatever. So that's just my development, my community area. And all right, so it's going to look like that. I'm going to click the green open editor and I'm going to show you, it's so simple, but I'm going to show you one advanced thing as well. So I'm going to go background. If I got a video, I can upload the video, use a YouTube link. All right. So I'll just say, I don't want to sit here for too long, but let me just go stock video. And again, there's a green button for upload. And it could be a picture. I'm gonna go styles and color. I'm just gonna change that red to green. So now the button will be green. Custom page content. I'm gonna go countdown counter. In my research, I found that there are builder incentives that are ending March 31st. Hurry, builder incentives end March 1st, I'll say 2026. And there's an end date time. So I'm going to go March, I'm going to toggle to March 1st. Again, hit preview. All right, awesome. I'm going to close that. So I'm just opening and closing each one of these tabs. Form fields, I'm going to click on that. And maybe I go to their website and I just copy and paste some stuff, right? Whatever the name of their development is. So back in the editor, title text, I'm just going to put new construction homes at the name. And then I'm lazy. And you can feel free, right? I gave you the website, listingstoleads.com/new construction. You can just, there's links to different landing pages. Just do what I'm doing if you want, edit it to be appropriate for your thing. Now, I'm going to show you something advanced. So this is really cool. Under form fields, there's a green button. I know it's hidden. Add new field. This is so cool. I'm going to click it. Add new field. And I'm going to do custom type. I'm going to do radio button. Field name. Do you have a home to sell? Options. Yes. Add. No. Add. Make it required. I'm going to add it. This could be anything, right? So whatever, if there's something you wanted to find out about, are you pre-approved? Do you have a realtor? Would you like my builder incentives? In fact, that might be even better. Do you have a home to sell? Is fine. I could change that to, oh my gosh. Do you want my free list of builder incentives for new construction in Folsom? They all know they're in California, so I don't need to put California. Yes, no. Still same options. All right. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to go to page 2. So there's a drop down, essentially page 1, intro, page 2, page 3. If I want to add the phone field, I could add phone and make it required or leave it optional. And then on page 3, the success page, I can edit. There's things I can add a video here. I can do a redirect. There's a lot of things I can do here as well. So a lot of times what I do is I do a redirect. I might do a redirect to a blog post, to my website, to something where there's more information. And to do a redirect under advanced options, preferences, redirect after form completion. I just check on that and I can drop in whatever URL I want to do. For example, one of my landing pages I did, I'll show you, filter by type, free report. So this right here, the Tamara case study. So this is a landing page from Listings to Leads, how one broker mastered recruiting, retention, and getting listings with ease. I use that same add field, that green button I showed you where I added the question. So this was a drop down. So I'm a team leader. Get the case study now. So name, email, and then brokerage name. Get the case study now. And it's going to redirect me to a blog post. And then from here, I can click and download the case study. Right? All right. Any questions for me before I let everybody go? Thank you for joining me. I hope you got some value from this. I hope that you can get it going with new construction. Get into the mastermind group. I will post this in the mastermind group a little bit later. But if you want to access our YouTube channel, just in your Listings to Leads account, go to Marketing Calendar. And under the Resources tab, there's a tab here called Resources. We got YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. All right. So make sure you take advantage of that. But I will be posting this probably in a couple hours, maybe a little bit later this afternoon I will put it into the mastermind group as well. All right, Pat, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Charles, thank you. Jan, awesome. I appreciate that. Joni, I apologize. Joni, thank you. I don't know what. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do have questions on the stage. Cool. All right. Thank you, everybody, again. And yeah, get to the mastermind group and we'll talk to you soon. Christine, thank you as always. I appreciate you. Bye.